Welcome back to Remembering the Razzies.
Yeah.
I'm just, what did we watch this week, Jacob?
This week we watched Freddy Got Fingered, a movie about an animator who wants to make it big in Hollywood.
No, he wants to make his dad proud.
That's true. I guess that is his ultimate goal, is he's trying to make dad proud.
Yeah. That's it.
That's the log line.
That is the log line.
Let's get into it.
Wow. Do we want to do this like a beat-by-beat thing?
I don't think it's possible.
I don't either. This is a surrealist comedy from 2001.
What that means is it kind of just translates to being a Zoomer comedy in 2021.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild how many individual bits in this are incredibly funny.
Ding dong! Ding dong! Ding dong!
But also how many bits are incredibly not funny.
Yeah.
If you like dick jokes, and when I say dick joke, I mean dick in your face, animal dick in your face joke, you'll like this movie.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound really pretentious.
Yeah.
This was like, and I don't mean this in like a I found God way, but this was kind of an experience instead of a movie.
Yeah. It felt like if you got like a 2005 YouTuber and you're like, hey, make whatever you want.
Literally,
this is what they would have made.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a studio head reading this script and being like, yeah, I'll fund this.
Yeah, this was not... There's no way that this was a major studio produced film. Regency distributed by 20th Century Fox, so...
It made his budget. Just barely.
Wow, yeah.
I really don't know how to explain this movie.
No. So I would say... I feel positive towards the movie. Overall,
do too.
I would say it's a net positive.
I had a good time.
It's not a movie I would recommend to people, but it...
Specific people I could.
Very specific people. It's crazy how much we were talking while we watched this, because this movie is fucking wild. But at the same time, like, I don't have a lot to say about it.
I know, this movie's very dense.
It's nothing like Airplane, but I would say it's got like the rapid fire joke style of Airplane, but it's a very different comedy style. I would say that the gross out humor probably is not needed.
Didn't work for me.
I would say that the surrealist humor is good though.
Yes.
I would say it is top notch even. There is a scene that I lost it where he gets a girlfriend who's in a wheelchair and she brings him back to her apartment. He's like, all right, so what do you want to do? And she just like pulls out this big bamboo stick. She's like, I want you to beat the shit out of my legs. and he does. And like, I don't know why that works so well, but it's so funny. But then like at the same time, he's acting like that kid in middle school that like really wants attention but has no idea how to get it appropriately, so he kind of just like flails around and like yells stuff and like
makes dick jokes.
Yeah, like you're laughing, but you're laughing at him. That's kind of what this movie is. Like, you're entertained by it, but it's not in a good way that you're being entertained by it. It's a, oh man, I really am laughing at this guy for doing this type of thing, and I probably shouldn't be, but it's so damn funny.
Know, I feel bad that we can't like accurately describe what this is, but I would say just, if you're curious, just watch it.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think this movie would do super well if you just watch clips out of context. I think that's probably the funniest way to watch this.
That would be the funniest way to watch it.
I don't know what to say about
I know.
this
This movie,
wild.
It's baffling and not in a bad way.
Yeah, it's just a trip. I guess let's just talk about what it won and stuff.
This was nominated for 7 awards and it won 6.
Okay.
This won Worst Screenplay, Worst Actor, Worst Director, Worst Screen Couple for Tom Green and any animal he abuses.
Oh.
And then Worst Picture.
Okay.
So, you want to start with Worst Screenplay?
Yeah. I noticed at one point during the movie, I said that the plot of this movie isn't very good, but I think that the jokes are pretty good.
Yeah.
This is a very good series of individual bits, but as a whole, it's pretty weak. It's hard to tell kind of like where the story is going for pretty much the whole movie. Once you get to like the last 20-25 minutes, it's kind of hard to tell like when do you stop. And they do make fun of it. They fake you out a couple times. They literally have a person holding a sign saying like, when is this movie going to end? Which is really funny, but that also, like, just because you know that you're not doing a good thing right now doesn't make it okay.
Yeah.
So I think this movie, we also noticed, moves very quickly. If it was slow, I think this would be very bad. Like, I think it would be super cringy the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's moving so quick past every single bit and you're just getting so much, I think it works in that regard.
I think you put it perfectly.
Yeah.
So
I'm eloquent.
Yeah. Yep. Yes,
Yep.
you are. Let's talk about worst screen couple.
Okay.
For Tom Green and any animal he abuses. I mean, I saw Tom Green climb inside of a dead deer carcass, so I'll give them the award.
Yeah. Like we said, 5 minutes in, swerves a car over just to watch some farmers jerk off a horse.
He jerks off. He gets out of the car to jerk off the horse.
And he also jerks off the horse.
The movie ends with him jerking off an elephant, and it gets too graphic. Like, you think just seeing an elephant penis is bad, but then it gets worse.
Yeah, because he makes the elephant penis come on his dad, and then that is the catalyst for his dad accepting it.
This whole movie isn't, I want to make my dad proud. This whole movie is, how much can we torture Rip Torn?
That's true. I can't believe that Rip Torn agreed to do this movie.
You want to talk about worst actor or worst director? They're the same person.
Yeah, he's annoying as a character. I think if he wasn't as committed, it would be worse.
Yeah.
Like, he fully committed to this role. The character sucks. I hate him. If I had to interact with this guy ever in my life, I would hate him.
Yeah.
But, you know, he did a good job. There's no one else I could see playing that role.
Mm-mm.
No one else I want to see playing that role.
Mm.
I think the biggest weakness in this was pretty much just the plot. Everything else, like, is pretty solid.
I feel like it was all intentional. I mean, it's bad, and I think it's supposed to be that way.
Especially because, like, the straight characters in this kind of show, like, oh, this character is insane, and, like, we're supposed to believe that he's insane. Like, yeah, there's no, like, secret genius behind this guy. Like, he's legitimately insane. The characters in the world recognize that, which means that it's intentional.
Yeah.
Like, that was intended.
And then you can say the same about the direction. I don't think there wasn't, filmmaking wise, there wasn't anything that really,
No.
I mean,
there's some weird cuts every now and then. I remember at one point being like, oh, but I think it was done in, like, a comedic way.
mm-hmm.
That being said, I can see why this was received poorly.
I can't do it.
I think it takes a very specific sense of humor to enjoy this.
It was ahead of its time.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was released in theaters today, I think it would do just as well and get just as bad of a reception.
But if this was like a homemade movie posted to YouTube,
Yeah.
loved.
Oh yeah. No,
Absolutely.
it would be great.
Yeah. It's such a specific audience would like this.
Yeah, and it does not pull punches. Like, I think this director probably got everything that he wanted in this movie.
Speaking of the movie,
Yeah.
let's talk about it as worst picture material.
Well, what was it nominated against?
Oh, this was nominated against 3,000 Miles to Graceland, Pearl Harbor, Glitter, and Driven. I know you're a big fan of Glitter.
Oh, yes.
Mariah Carey's Glitter.
That looks awful. I mean, all of these, except for Pearl Harbor. I don't know why Pearl Harbor's on there. I thought that was regarded as an okay film, if nothing else. I'm not going to argue against it.
No.
It's a bad movie, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
So,
It was a good bad movie.
yeah, it was a great bad movie.
It's just, oh man, it's like on a whole different field.
Yeah, yeah, it's next
It's
level.
like, you have drama, you have comedy, you have sci-fi. This is just, Freddy Got Fingered. This is a genre in and of itself.
Yeah, I feel like this movie was made for me.
Yeah. It would be a perfect, it's just a meme. This
Yeah.
movie's just a shit post.
Yeah. If nothing else, I think it would make like a good YouTube series. Like, you just break this into individual bits.
Yep.
Great YouTube series.
But as a movie, as a medium,
As a
film,
feature film,
Worst picture. Yeah, for sure. We kind of just mumbled through the whole review to get to that point.
Yeah.
Do you want to rank this?
Yeah.
We're comparing this only to Battlefield Earth right now, because that's the only other movie we've watched in this season so far. Best made. Let's start there.
Battlefield Earth has a lot of production value.
Yeah. I was thinking about this while watching the movie. I was like, how do you compare these two polar opposite bad films?
Because this is a low budget, essentially indie film. It was made for $14 million.
Yeah.
I think Battlefield Earth is more cinematic. Because I think beyond obviously going to Pakistan and the animal special effects, I could see a well-off YouTuber making this. I don't think you have to necessarily be this great cinematic mind to make Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah.
But I don't think that a common YouTuber could make Battlefield Earth. I think that is cinematically much more advanced.
So you think Battlefield Earth is the better made?
I hate saying that, but yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna argue that Freddy Got Fingered was better made. Freddy Got Fingered accomplished what it set out to do, and Battlefield Earth did not.
Okay, I mean, I'm not going to argue for Battlefield Earth. Yeah,
I would tie this if we had more that we were ranking.
Yeah, I'm fine with putting Freddy Got Fingered above this.
Because I think Tom Green wanted to make a shock value comedy.
And he did.
And he did. And it came across as shock value to the point that he won Worst Picture. Mm-hmm. Whereas Battlefield Earth, John Travolta wanted to make this sweeping epic about,
whatever that was about.
Whatever that was.
Yeah. And he failed miserably. It's not good. I'll agree with you. Yes, I think that this was exactly what the director intended.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll agree. And then obviously this is more entertaining.
Oh, for sure.
We don't even have to talk about that.
When we recorded the Battlefield Earth episode, it was a week after we watched it, and I had already drained it.
Yeah.
This movie I'm going to remember for a long time.
Yeah, this is my new Ford Fair Play, and you want to see some crazy shit?
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that this could be the most entertaining of this season.
I think this is probably the most entertaining movie I've seen this year.
Yeah.
I don't think I've laughed this hard during a movie in such a long time.
At least Freddy Got Fingered won in our hearts.
That's true. It's our best picture.
Yeah. So, next week, we are watching the Guy Ritchie adventure comedy romance film, Swept Away.
Okay.
Starring Madonna.
Okay.
And some, I think, Italian guy.
I'm much less excited.
Me too. I am much less excited for every Razzie we're gonna watch from this point forward. I think Razzies are peaking right now. You got a bit. Put some sausages up on this.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Daddy, would you like some sausage?